So, okay, well, diving into politics, I mean, it's better to say politics.
Okay.
It's about our current central government disposition and all that political affairs. What do you think the most urgent reform that our country and our bureaucracy needs?
You see, right now the way our country is going, we are growing with 7% growth rate, more than 7% growth rate from after COVID-19. And once we compare it with other countries of the world, so world economy right now is growing with 2.2% growth rate only. So India is growing very fast, but does that mean there is development in our country? No, we call it as jobless growth.
Yeah.
Growth is too much, but jobs are not there. We are facing too much unemployment in our country, and there is too much inequalities going on. I was reading some Oxfam report few days back. It shows almost 73% of the wealth is occupied by just 10% population, top 10% population. That means India is growing, but who is taking benefit of that growth? It's taken by certain sections of the society, certain families who are right now getting benefit out of it. So we need to think about it. We have to make some reforms in it, and I think for that bureaucracy plays a very important role.
Yeah.
Bureaucracy, what does bureaucracy mean? Bureaucracy means a system of rules and regulations, protocols that helps the government in implementation of the policies. And who are the ones who implement these policies? They are the bureaucrats who have come through good examinations like UPSC, qualifying UPSC, or Indian Economic Service, or Indian Forest Service. So all these services play a very important role. Once good brains will come there in the system, they are the ones who can bring the change, because they can understand what are the problems lying in our country. We have been doing our planning since 1950. We won't say we are there while we were in 1950. Literacy rate at that time was just 18%. It's right now more than 70%. Life expectancy was 32. It's more than 70 right now. So we have come a lot. We have achieved a lot, but there are certain challenges still there. The poverty that was there, that is still here in our country. Multidimensional poverty index, it's very high for our country. You can see inequalities in the income level, the way I mentioned it, whether it is maternal mortality rate, whether it's infant mortality rate, whether it is skewed sex ratio. So there are various things, various challenges to be achieved in our country. So I believe honest and people with integrity who enter the bureaucracy, once they take the responsibility of changing the system, I think system will definitely change.
Yeah.
Because for politicians, the way you mentioned that, they have to make the laws. They are just making the laws. The ones who implement these laws, who execute these decisions, who execute these policies, that is the duty of bureaucrats. So once we have honest the people who are full of integrity in our bureaucracy, I believe things will change definitely. So once we shape our bureaucracy in such a way that only good people, people with merit, people who have good exposure, who know how we can change the society, definitely change will come in the society. Changes have come in our country, changes are needed in our country, they will come in future again, provided we remain honest, provided we don't give any vent, any chance to corruption and other things, nepotism in our selections. So that way we can bring change there.
Yeah, that's a good kick, sir.
Yeah.
Just holding this conversation and cutting into very late. Tell us about Kerala. How's your experience here?
One thing is there, when I was teaching in Srinagar, I have been in Mumbai as well. Kerala, we all know the most.
You were teaching in Mumbai, right?
Yeah, I was a student there. I used to take classes sometimes as well for economy section. Kerala, we all know most literate state of our country, known for literacy.
Yeah.
So there was something in my mind, I want to visit Kerala someday.
It's okay.
Because people say intellectual society, the state that has good standard of living than other states that I have seen here at the ground level as well. People are nice. So that was the okay, I should one day get a chance to be in Kerala. Alhamdulillah, Almighty gave me a chance. Once I got called from Safi College, if you want to teach, you can come. So I had an interview with director sir. They saw my videos as teacher, so they gave me a chance. So by the time I came here, now I started realizing what Kerala is. For the first time, 3,000 kilometers away from your home, teaching students from different society altogether. And the love and respect that I saw in students here in Kerala, that was unparalleled. The way they treat their teacher and the honesty level that I saw in students, how honestly they prepare, that was quite amazing. So I had come here to teach internal security initially. Then I was called, you can join mentorship, you can join other components like SA economy as well. So without doubt, I came. I thought it would be better for me to grow in such a society. So once I came here as mentor and for teaching economy, getting coordinatorship, I could see fundamental differences between northern society like my own UT, Kashmir and Kerala. There is intellectualness in Kerala society. They will accept you. They won't see whether you are a Muslim, you are a Hindu, you are a Christian. They will accept you. You are a human being. That's the first thing that I saw here. And everyone, whether it's a student, it's any employee in the college or outsider who doesn't know you, they will treat you. You are our guest. They will treat you like a guest whenever you need any help. And I have seen even in transport, auto drivers, they respect you. So that's the thing that's altogether different than in other society. And the honesty level at the ground level, what I saw. So whenever I used to go to Calicut, Ramanattukara or through train, I saw you will get respect everywhere. So that was quite amazing to see about Kerala society. And recently I had my first Eid in Kerala. So it was a very good experience. We visited one of my students' home. We had lunch there. And the way Kerala celebrate the Eid and especially their neighbors, their relatives, that was quite nice to see. I even visited some marriage ceremonies here in Kerala, so it was nice.
So, okay, can you comprehend Malayalam language?
Malayalam, I knew few words. I would share them with the audience. Sugamano, how are you?
Okay.
These words I have learned from my students. Kaicho, if you want to eat, Kaicho, Nallakutti, good boy, Chittakutti, whenever any student does any naughty activity in the class, I call.
Did you ever try to study this language?
No, I didn't study, but from students I learned these things. Nandi, thank you. So these are certain words that I have learned from my students. Language is a little bit difficult. It's not easy to understand Malayalam language very fast. It takes time, I believe that, than other languages of our country. But overall, it's a very good experience here. I have grown very much in Kerala society from last couple of months. I can see changes in me, especially work ethics. Work ethics are very good here. Whatever work you have been given, you have to do that with honesty and integrity. And other thing that I found very good in Kerala society is the simplicity of people. So people are, they are intellectuals, they are very simple in their dealings. They don't show off that much the way we have in northern India. You will be having little, but show off will be too much while teaching and other things. But I saw Kerala people very simple, having very good posts at higher positions, but when it comes to meeting others, respecting others, they are grounded, very, we can say them, very nice people, very loyal people. That was nice to see here.
Happy to hear from you, sir. Then I've heard that you have an affinity for English poetries and chords, right?
Yeah.
So tell us about your love, your passion for arts and literature.
Okay. Yeah, it was during my college days. I got interested towards English literature as well. I do write. I write English poetry.
I've done my bachelor's in English literature.
Okay, that's nice. I write quotes as well. Basically, after my 12th class, I was thinking whether I should go for economics or I shall go for English literature, because I had inclination towards English literature as well. Then finally, my parents and friends suggested me you should go for economics, give into consideration scope and all for the subject. And one reputed professor was there in our locality. I wanted to get help from him. So I decided I'll go for economics. But that didn't stop me for loving English literature. I used to study. Whenever I used to get any chance, whenever I used to get chance to write English poetry, I did write that. I have wrote a lot. If you wish, I can narrate one of my poem that I had wrote in 2023.
Sure, it's our pleasure.
It's like that. Where have you gone? The one we knew and loved. Where have you gone? Our hugging ocean. Where now is all that love? We still feel your hands entangled warmly in ours. We still envision your smile, faint but still fine. We have learned how to live. We have learned how to live, how to stand and how to keep. We have learned in rainy days how to weep. Please don't bother our loving mother. It was for mother. One of my good friend has lost her mother. For her, I had devoted this beautiful poem. And when it comes to quotes, whenever I see anything happening in the society, because society impacts the creative minds, they put a quote on that. Many quotes I have put on social media, and I do write quotes as well.
If you don't mind sharing, can you please share some
It's
of
like
the
that.
quotes?
Like for teacher, I have wrote one important quote. You were saying why you went for teaching. Be the part of fulfilling others' dreams. He will take care of your dreams on his own. So once you are taking care of others' dreams, your dreams will be taken care by the Creator on his own. I had wrote one quote on orphans as well.
Yeah.
It's like that. An orphan walks confidently near a graveyard because that's the only place where her loved ones are employed, where her approach can work.
Yeah.
So because she has someone whom he or she has lost, they are there, so they were confidently there. At other places of the world, they might feel they have no one there. And there's one more quote that I had wrote. It's like that. It is not right now coming to my mind, because when you write too much, and then putting them in your mind becomes a little bit difficult. But the quote's like, I feel the best medicine for motivation in my enemy's shop, that too free of cost. So when you have someone there who usually used to criticize you, he's the best motivator for you to achieve any goal in your life. And he gives you that motivation free of cost. You just need to see him, okay, you're there, I'm going to go, I'm going to fly. So you will get best medicine for motivation from your enemy's shop. That quote was regarding that. So there are many other quotes as well regarding different things. And mostly whenever I write, I want to motivate student community, I want to motivate youngsters to achieve higher goals in life.
Okay.
They revolve around them most of the times. Yeah, it's like that.
I knew that you are an avid reader, so what's your current read?
Currently, when you are into UPSC preparation, especially when you are teaching UPSC aspirants, you don't get that much time for your own reading. At times I manage. I do read non-fiction. I do read great people, their life stories, autobiographies.
Actually, I'm a fan of poetries and non-fictions.
Okay. So, like all the great scholars, leaders of the country, whenever I get any book regarding them, I do read that because they inspire me too much, and I can share those stories with students as well, so that they will get inspired. Like in my college days, I used to read more APJ Abdul Kalam. I was a great fan of him.
Okay.
I also read M.K. Gandhi, his autobiography, P.T. Nehru, the books written by him. Especially Arundhati Rai, she inspires me a lot. I do read her. And Ishfaq.
40 Rules of Love.
40 Rules of Love. Yeah, especially Rumi and Shams Tabriz, their conversation. So such stuff I used to read along with my UPSC stuff. So I think it's very good. Any student or any teacher who has some time, he should read good literature, because it increases the horizons of your mind, and especially for a teacher, because otherwise teaching right now looks very much boring when you teach only figures, only data to the students for 2 hours, because UPSC session is almost 3 hours, 4 hours session. So you have to keep them there in the classroom. So after 1 hour you feel they are feeling bored, you can go towards literature, you can go towards poetry. And my take, I read Sir Muhammad Iqbal, whom we call as the poet of the East. I have read him. I have read Urdu literature as well.
Holding this conversation, who's your favorite poet?
Favorites, Sir Muhammad Iqbal is one of my favorite poet. I do like Mirza Ghalib too much, because Ghalib was a genius in Urdu poetry. I have read Faiz as well. I can't say any one he is the favorite, but these are the favorites among all. So Faiz poetry is superb, Ghalib's poetry is superb. So I do share those, their writings with students, and students enjoy that a lot. Unfortunately, here in Kerala, they don't understand Urdu literature, students, but we have some students from northern states like Delhi, Northeast, from Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh. They do like that Urdu poetry of Ghalib and Iqbal whenever I share that in my classes to them. So that was the Urdu literature, love for that as well. And especially in our state, people love Urdu literature too much.
Oh, that's fine, sir.
Yeah.
I've told some of my friends that I'll be here to take your interview today, so they've shared some questions. Can I?
Yeah, sure.
So the first one is, what role does ethics and integrity play in civil services, and how can aspirants cultivate these qualities? I mean, ethics and integrity.
Yeah. See, Ethics and integrity plays a very important part in UPSC preparation. We have one paper only for ethics and integrity that we call as GS4. It has 250 marks.
Okay. So that's the core paper.
Yeah, that's core paper. We have to read that paper. That paper plays a very important part whether you will become UPSC officer or not. If you get a very good score in that paper, around 150 out of 250, you have the chances to be an officer. Why we have put that paper there? The thing is that this thing is needed among UPSC aspirants. This thing is needed in bureaucrats. So once we have ethics and integrity, we can contribute in a better manner. Otherwise, somebody who is too much materialistic, in case he qualifies the examination, he will always be tempted towards money. So whenever he gets any chance regarding corruption, he will be indulged somewhere there. So students, aspirants who prepare honestly, they see how much tough the examination is, how much effort it takes, how much struggle there is to qualify the examination. So once they qualify the examination, then they understand pain of others as well, struggle of others as well, because they have struggled themselves to achieve this dream. So once you have struggled yourself, you will always be honest in your dealings. You will always give justice to the one who deserves the justice. So that way, this integrity, morality, and other things, they develop in UPSC aspirants automatically because they suffer during this preparation, and with that suffering they understand the suffering of others. So once somebody qualifies this examination after too much struggle, he will always respect the one who is struggling in the society. It's not only UPSC you are struggling there, he will understand the struggle of farmer, he will understand the struggle of our women community in our country, he will understand struggle of minorities. So once we do UPSC preparation, I think it automatically makes somebody very well full of integrity and full of ethics.
So okay, the next question is how does the role of a civil servant evolve over time, particularly respond to changing societal needs? That's a tricky question.
Yeah, it's a little bit tricky, but not that much tricky. Role of civil servants has been same since since we got the independence, but right now society is little bit dynamic. There are dynamic changes and civil servants have been evolving. So we say best learner is the one who relearns, who unlearns and relearns again and again. And whenever we see any dynamic thing is coming in the society, we have to adopt ourselves according to that. And that's what UPSC officers are doing right now. You see, for instance, 10 years back, district collector was doing work at his office, nobody knew him or her. Right now you see district collector visiting the village. The way we had started back to village program in our country for foundations of the democracy at the ground root level, we can see villagers communicating with their civil service aspirants, with the district collector directly. There is no intermediary in between. You will see district collector directly going to any particular village of Malappuram, particular village of Wayanad, and takes inputs, primary data inputs from the villagers. They have evolved over a period of time. With the dynamic changes, they have put themselves available, whether it's different social medias on Insta, they put their updates on by WhatsApp, they are connected, by Messenger, they are connected with the public, by Facebook, they are connected. So they have adopted themselves accordingly. They see this is the pool right now, here we can get the best consent of the society, what the society needs. Accordingly, UPSC officers make their decisions and satisfy their people in their district. So I believe they are making good use of technology, and new brains, new officers are coming who are of 21st century. They are full of qualities in technology. They use technology in better manner to deliver their services. So I think this new technology, new dynamic changes have brought UPSC officers close to their public than taking them away from public.
That's a good kick, sir. So now next question is, how do civil servants navigate the balance between serving the public interest and adhering to bureaucratic regulations?
That's a very nice question. They have to make a balance. So at times there are certain decisions which the government wants to take and which the bureaucrats, UPSC officers have to implement at the ground level. Maybe public may not be satisfied with them, but officers know that if somebody has been framed by the government, some policy is to be implemented, it has longer benefits for the society. It's not like that we will make some policy, it will have only negative things. Officers discuss those things first. There are different committees through which the file goes. Once all the committees give their nod, give their consent, we need to go for it, then officers are at the ground level to implement that. But they play a very important role to make a balance. There will be little bit protest from the society earlier. Why are you doing this? Why are you making railway line through this? This is very important land. There are many families, you have to reallocate them, but there are far better benefits for us in the longer run, for 1st, 2nd, 3rd century, we will see. So they have that thing in mind. long vision, what will happen after 50 years, after 80 years. So they keep that thing in mind and try to motivate their people at the ground level, and they play that part in a very beautiful manner. How they play that part in beautiful manner? Because the questions are being framed in such a manner in UPSC examination is that you have to be a good motivator. You have to be a shrewd, skillful person. You need to have such sort of patience to listen to others. All these things are being checked in your mains examination, in your prelims examination, and especially at the interview level. Once they find these all qualities in you, then only then you become UPSC officer. So such a person put in the society with such intellectual highness, he can motivate society anytime for any decision of the government, and they do that in a better manner.
Yeah, and for the last, it's actually a very cliche question, but I want to ask you, what advice and what insights would you like to give for aspiring civil servants?
My insights to all the aspirants of our country, out of my experience, would be that always be honest with your studies. These are the challenging times right now we are facing. The way people are going towards illegal things, be it drugs, be it other elements in the society which are present right now, and the way they are being promoted by different persons, black sheeps in the society. We need to protect ourselves from all those. And if some student who follows discipline in his or her studies, especially during the initial part of the preparation, I mean when you are in 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th class, those are the foundational years of your life. When you make your career, it's not after graduation you will start studying too much and you will qualify the examination. Basically those are the years when you make the bed of your future, of your career. So they need to focus there. And to parents as well, it's my advice, when they are in those classes, they should take care of their wards at that time. If your foundation is good, be it in humanities, be it in science, be it in any other field, that means such child has the potential to fly high. So if they do concentrate there, they do manage their social media in a manner that they can focus on their studies, they can focus 6 hours in their studies, I believe such students can achieve greater results in later part of their life. And they need to be honest, and 3 things are very important. They have to be patient, they need to have perseverance, because this is a very big dream. If somebody wants to qualify UPSC examination, he should have that patience level to go for the dream. It's a long run marathon. So for the long run marathon, you can't go very fast. You will go fast, you will come down very fast. If you go smoothly, there will come a day when you will achieve your target. For that target, you have to be disciplined in your life, in your action. And that's the thing that I wish, if students can inculcate that discipline in their studies, they can achieve anything they want, not only UPSC.
What an insight, sir. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm really happy to have a conversation with you. It was really nice talking to you.
It was indeed an honor for me as well that you gave me a chance to speak on this platform with your audience. May Allah bless you all. May Allah bless your team as well. Thanks a lot from my side.
It's my pleasure, sir. Best wishes for all your future endeavors.
Thank you.
So
thanks
much.
a lot.